Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So hopefully you're grooving along with us. Um, so I figured, we needed a zesty start to the live stream, and so there you go. And
So, what's our lovely topic for this evening?
tonight's topic is peer support. So um, it's come up a few times this week that I have had friends that just needed some peer support. So they did a study, and someone needs 8 minutes, 8 actual minutes to talk to someone else and vent out all their to bring them from a depressive state back to their normal
Mhm.
8 minutes.
It's like a panic attack of your brain.
Yeah.
It is. It builds up a little bit, and then you just have to go. "Wah."
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you can give someone 8 minutes of your time, that's all they need.
Mhm.
Which, if you think about how many 8 minutes are in a day,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, there's six in an hour. Most normal human beings are awake for 12.
Mhm.
Okay, so 12. So 96. You have 96 chances for 8 minutes.
Mhm. And sometimes those 8 minutes are your 8 minutes, not just you helping somebody else.
Straight up.
Like, excuse me, can I have 8 of your minutes, please?
Well, and that's the thing is that
Mhm.
if you know that your brain is in that panic mode,
Mhm.
reach out to someone and talk to them for 8 minutes.
Mhm.
You can change a life in 8 minutes.
Absolutely. Because sometimes somebody just needs to say, "You know what? I feel like I'm not doing so well," and the other person says, "But you're doing great, this, and this," and you're like, "Oh, I didn't think of it that way," and like, "Okay, that's all I needed,"
Yeah.
and it stops the spiral.
And that's the thing is sometimes that's what you need is someone else's perspective
Mhm.
to take you from, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I'm freaking out because
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm going to get this all done. And I have all of these plates in the air and I feel like they're all going to come crashing down. And it's too much.
Mhm. Mhm.
You
Buy
reach,
new ones. Buy new ones. Let them crash. Buy new ones.
no,
They come in sets. They're cheap. They're fine. It's fine.
go to Walmart, get it like set of 64.
Right, right. Absolutely.
So, yeah, so that's really all you need is to offer someone, or reach out to someone and say,
Mhm.
hey, do you have, do you have 10 minutes?
Mhm. I think that's probably the hardest thing because all of us I know all of us well enough that are in our lovely, beautiful industry circle that if you would ask them, everybody's willing to listen. Everybody's willing that the hardest thing is to reach out. And if
Yes.
we could make that a little bit easier somehow, I think everybody would get their deeds fulfilled a little bit because we're here for you.
Yeah.
And I know several occasions I'm no different. I'm like, oh, I can't call her, or I can't. Who am I going to call and burden them with this dumb stuff, you know? But it's okay because we all have dumb stuff, and
Yeah.
it's okay to reach out.
Yeah. It is.
So, yeah, that's probably the thing.
And I think if you think about it this way, that, like you were saying, there's 96 opportunities for those 8 minutes in a day.
Mhm.
And sometimes those 8 minutes are yours. But okay, so this is a new journey for me, is asking for help.
Hmm.
I am so bad at it. It doesn't actually occur to me to ask for help.
Exactly.
It's like that's okay. So we go through all the options A through Z, and asking for help is none of
It just doesn't even appear there because you don't even think about it. And
no.
see, I had an opportunity here in the last couple of days because I was on the freak out train. I was on the, spiral. And because I know that I'm socially awkward at the best of times. So sometimes my interactions don't go like I think they should have, and then I start spiraling. And did I say it correctly? That person kind of had a weird face when we parted, and then I'll just go somewhere where we had never even were. So I thought, you know what? The best way to nip this in the bud is to just say, "Hey, friend, I think I may owe you an apology." And she's like, "For what?" But just me reaching out and saying, "Oh, I just felt weird," and she knows me well enough to know that, "Oh, did you get? Was it weird for you?" And she just made me feel better just because I reached out instead of taking a month and a half to where she hates me, she's actively trying to kill me, all the things. So yeah, she's like, "No, you're great. Shut up." I was like, "Okay, I'm fine again. Thank you." 8 minutes. Exactly. So yeah, um, Angie and I personally want to invite you to enjoy 8 minutes of our conversation if you need to, because we understand that we need 8 minutes as well, a
Yeah,
lot of times.
yeah.
So,
And so I'm actively working on asking other people for help.
mhm.
I'm like I made an actual like I put it
On
on
a
a
paper,
on a
on a
hey,
post-it, if you will.
it's like the grocery list pieces of
Oh,
paper.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, you can ask for help.
Mhm.
And I look at it every day and go, oh yeah. And all right, so I
That's
had
probably a good note to put on your bathroom mirror
yeah, ask for help.
because you see it every day, every day, every day. So, or on your refrigerator.
Move mine then. It's in the kitchen.
You can have two. You're
Okay.
allowed to have two.
So I had dirt delivered today.
Uh-huh.
Um 180 128 cubic feet of dirt.
Yeah.
And so I was loading it in. They delivered it, and I was waiting for the delivery, and I'd just taken the dogs out back, and Jazzy had a potty, and so I'm like, listening with my really bad ears for the beep 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 of the truck, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not here yet, and so I went out the front door, and there's all the dirt, and I wanted them to put it in back next to
Mhm.
the gardens where the dirt has to go.
You needed more cardio. I know I feel that so hard. We've had tons of gravel and tons of dirt. I know that feeling.
I'm just like,
Now,
no.
just to fill up a 20-gallon bucket, I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
So I start loading it into my car.
Mhm.
Like, okay, loading bags into the car. I could fit 10. And so drive the 10 around back, you know, unload those, drive 10. And so I was talking to a friend on the phone, and they said, I can help you with that. And I'm like, huh? And because I was like, oh, I can't believe, I missed it. And they're like, I can help you with that. And I'm like, why?
Mm. You're speaking a weird languages that I don't understand.
Why? And they're like, to help you.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, my immediate response is always, "Oh no, no, I'm fine.
I'm just
No,
like,
it's fine. You don't have to trouble yourself."
yeah, no, I'm good.
Hmm.
And then my 74-year-old neighbor saw me out there hauling dirt. She calls me up. She's like, "Hi, honey, do you need help?" Like, you weigh about as much as these bags. No, you're teeny. My God, I could put you in my pocket. No,
Unless she's got several nephews coming over.
no, she does.
No.
No, and I'm just like, and she's got the cutest teeny little dog. She, her dog's name is Pippi. She weighs about as much as Dr. Pepper. And so I'm like, no, 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 thank you, no, I'm good. And but yeah, it. So I'm working to learn to say, hey,
Hmm.
I could use some help. Um, and and I did actually. Last week, I asked for help. I was very proud of myself. I was like, "Hey, I did it!
Hmm.
Yay! I
Hmm.
actually pulled that
Is
out of
it
my
so
butt."
soothing when you're like, you ask for help and they're like, "Sure, yeah, I'll be right there."
And they're just like, now I feel like a burden.
I feel that very deeply. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Then you feel sorry. Now you have to make them a bunch of food and
Yes.
invite them to stuff and help them with something before. And that's only half of the burden. So you have to do more than that.
Yes.
I get it. I get it.
Yes. It's like, okay, now I have to buy you a gift
Uh-huh, all the things.
and cook you a meal, and yeah. Let's see. Do you need a kidney?
Right, right.
I have two.
Hey, I'm O negative. I can donate to
Right.
anyone.
Okay. I'm not, and I'm like, my liver is basically unused.
That's right. That's right. It's so clean.
It is. It's very fresh. You
That's
can have a
nice.
lobe. I
Right.
have three. I'll give it to you. I'd be fine.
Fair.
Yeah, just it's weird that we do, because it's like, and then they're like, all right, you're making this weird.
Right, right. Of course.
Now you're making it weird. It wasn't weird before, but now,
That's what we do. That's how we are. Sorry.
yeah,
See, apology for
yes,
being weird.
no,
All the time. All the
yeah,
time.
yes, over
Yeah.
apologizing for, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So yeah, um, but yeah, that's
So it's valuable to be able to practice that. And you should practice that if you're having just anything, even if it's just a glitch and you know you can handle it, but for that one moment, you break a little bit weak and you're just like, can I just have somebody tell me that I'm nice and pretty? Just the one time, you know what I mean? Just can I have somebody tell me that I'm okay? Because I'll believe you, but I just need to hear it
yeah,
in a voice that's not inside my head.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if we could just because you don't know how to, well, I don't know how um to do that,
Mhm.
and I know that I marvel at people that are good at it, just doing that. I'm all about, if you need help, call me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to do the thing. And
Mhm.
people like, goofball,
Mhm.
you can do the same.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird. Isn't that funny? Why do we do that, do you think? What keeps us from asking for help? Not just us, but in general. What do you think keeps people from asking for that 8 minutes or that hand in the yard or whatever?
All right. I know exactly what it is. It's because it's a trauma response, for one.
Fair.
For two, it's trauma response that's created when you don't have anyone to ask for help, or when you have asked for help in the past, it has been shut down in a way that was
Why bother?
so negative
Yeah.
that you don't want to ever
Hmm.
have that again.
Hmm.
So it stops becoming an option.
Hmm.
And when it stops becoming an option, it your brain just goes, okay, that's not an option.
Hmm. So
So now,
it doesn't even occur to us anymore
no,
to ask for help.
no, it's not even on the list
Hmm.
because your brain has ceased to consider that may be a thing.
Hmm.
That, hey, somebody else could help you with that,
Hmm.
because trauma history, it was shut down. So, in your
Hmm.
face, that it's just like, ooh, okay, I'm never doing that again.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So that's why. And I know, when I'll make celebratory posts about, I asked for help, go me. Um, that I have other friends that go, yeah, I suck at it too. I get it.
Hmm.
I get it. Because it is hard, and
Hmm.
and it is, um, for many people. It's
Hmm.
difficult, and
I kind of envy the people who are just love to chat and that small talk comes so easy to them, and um, they just seem to flow seamlessly through social interactions, and it's much easier for them to call you up and say, hey, I was doing this the other day and I thought, who I should call, this person. And it's just so easy for them to do
yeah,
that. i
and
just
they're just like,
I can't do that. It doesn't come naturally. It looks stilted when I try it,
right,
and I end up just looking really just strange,
yeah, I get it.
stranger than usual.
Well, I mean, I'm fairly strange just in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so,
Mm-hmm.
um, but you know, um, yeah, we don't always know how to do that, and I marvel at people that are come just they're just comfortable with that. They're like, hey,
Mm-hmm. So this is a plea also to everyone out there. Check up on your weird friends. They may need 8 minutes of your time. They
yeah,
may need, yeah. I mean, I know people who are very socially active, and it's fun for them. And you see them, they go here and they go there, and all the things, and it's just it's just hard. So you should probably check up on your weird friends. People do check up on me occasionally because they know I am very much of an introvert. Uh, let's see. Also, it depends on the vibe. I can talk to anyone, but some people are so cold and give bad vibes. That's fair. That's fair. Um, I don't know how to overcome that. Some people are just like that. That doesn't mean they don't need love.
well, all right. So if
So,
you get a message, I got a message a few weeks back from a friend, and it was it was just a regular kind of message. Um, God bless you, Daria. Um, and so it was just like a regular message for most people, but if
mhm,
you knew the person, you'd know this is something's off.
mhm,
This is not the status quo.
mhm, mhm,
And rather than responding through Messenger, I called her
mhm,
immediately. And I was like, hi, how's it going? What's going on? And I gave her 8 minutes, which, come to find, she really, really needed. And she wasn't going to ask for help,
mhm,
but she needed help. So when you get those messages from your friends that, mm, The
Yeah,
scenes,
that's weird. She normally doesn't say stuff like that or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
Paul, don't text, don't message, because you're going to get the wall. You're not going to get.
Mhm.
People can't disguise it in their voice.
Mhm.
They're. It's just. It's more real,
Mhm.
and it is hard to ask for help.
I know Ashley does check up on me, but then I'll throw her some crap like, "Oh yeah, I'm just disassociating," ha ha ha, ha, and then I don't say anything else. She should probably call me.
So yeah,
She
exactly.
does check on me though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's moments like that where you're
Yeah.
just like, "Whoa, okay, let me." Um, and so when you get those messages from those friends, reach out and just go, "Hey, I am checking up on you. I
Mhm.
want to make sure you're okay."
You
Uh,
can call me Ashley. I'm weird anyway. You don't know what you're gonna get.
you're gonna get weird, and it's awesome.
That's right.
I call you just for the weird. I'm like,
Right. Exactly.
it's some weird. I'm gonna call Michelle. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah. So call the friend that
Mhm.
something, you're just kind of like, that's weird.
Mhm.
Give him your 8 minutes and of your time, and help them, because sometimes we all need it.
There's a little saying, and because I'm weird and socially inept, I can't remember the correct thing how it goes, but it's something like, you don't know how. You always think you have time to talk to your friends, but you have only a limited amount of minutes. And if you let those minutes go by, you have no minutes.
Mhm.
So use up an 8-minute block of time and talk to somebody, because all we have is now. All we have is right now. And you let years go by. A friend of mine from my past who's very dear to me. We don't talk, but when we do talk, it's 5 years apart from our talks, and it's just like we fall in, just like and we never even separated. And she had like 4 or 5 open heart surgeries. She had a stroke and all kinds of other stuff. And I made her a quilt. And we started talking again on a regular basis. And at least I do catch up with her on Facebook, and I send her some emojis. But I think sometimes even just an emoji, just to check up on somebody. You know what? I hear you. I see you on there. I'm not just scrolling by and I see your whatever, whatever, and then I just move along. Connection means everything to us as humans,
Yep.
even if you think you don't need it. It really does make things better. And in a world full of villages that are damaged and that we don't have the communities that we have had in the past, we just need to keep in touch of each other better. Otherwise, 10 years goes by and that person has died or has fallen sick or has lost touch with everyone and no one knows what happened to them. And they're very dear to us. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in your moments, caught up in your list that you have for yourself every day, and sometimes that's what makes you need that 8 minutes from somebody else. So
Mhm.
if we become a little bit more aware, reach out a little bit more, soothe the people and get soothed by the people that care for us and that we care for, I think that makes everything a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. And there was the same guy that was talking about the 8 minutes said sometimes when you're in the mud, you really just need someone who's willing to sit beside you in the mud rather than looking down on you.
Hmm. Or trying to immediately pull you out of the mud.
Right.
Sometimes you just need to sit in the mud, but you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah. So just I'll sit with you in the mud
Hmm.
for 8 minutes,
Hmm.
and I'll just sit here and I'll listen, and you vent, and at the end of it, I'll feel better knowing that you feel better, and you'll feel better because I listened.
Hmm. Angie, you always make me feel better when we talk. You do.
Well,
You
you
don't
know,
try to tell me how to fix it. It's just sometimes you just fricking listen. And
yeah,
I think that's what a lot of people need, just to be listened to, you
yeah.
know?
Well, I think we all need someone to hear us. Um,
Mhm.
And sometimes if you just let me share the pain,
Mhm.
you don't have to pick it up and take it away. But just by telling you about it, it lessens the pain.
It gets lighter.
It
The
does.
burden of the sadness gets lighter. It does.
And, so sometimes we just need that. We just need
Mhm.
someone to go, I'll
Mhm.
hear what you have to say. I,
And then you throw it out the window. No, not the baby. Everything's fine.
so yeah, sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you just need somebody who will sit with you in the mud and, maybe make a mud pie with you.
Yeah.
Um, they're not as pretty as sandcastles, but sometimes they're just as important.
Mhm.
So
All right. Well, I think that we need a weird animal fact that doesn't involve strange genitalia.
yes,
We need that in our
yes,
life.
we do, and I have one for you. Is lovely. If I asked a friend, I'm like, I don't have a weird animal fact for today, and they're like, okay, how about dun, dun, dun,
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
marmosets? All right,
Look at how cute they are.
so pygmy marmoset are the smallest breed of the smallest monkey. And marmoset can turn their heads around 180 degrees to look behind them, which is awesome. So, unlike other monkeys, they do not have a prehensile tail. They have a tail like a cat or a dog, where they can move it, but it's not like they can't grip with it. And
Yeah.
they have claws that retract rather than nails. So,
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
most monkeys have nails like
Like a
like a
fingernail.
dog, so they're rooted in their, you know, um, but marmosets have like cat-like retractable claws,
Mhm.
which I just love them. And all right, another little weird fact that I didn't put in there, but maybe should have. They tan. They actually tan. Their skin will tan just
Mhm.
like ours. And so they'll go and they'll do some sun seeking. Isn't that
Mhm.
cute? They're just like, I need some vitamin D. Mm.
Mhm.
And they go and they get a little suntan for themselves. And I just love them. Um, yeah, I just want to. And they are occasionally kept as pets. However, they are by far one of the most difficult pets to maintain and keep. One, because of their special diet. They eat sap,
Mhm.
like sap off a tree. And I mean, I don't have tree sap in my house. They do eat fruit, and they are also carnivorous, which is kind of a weird little. You eat sap and you ate Fred.
A lot of herbivores are carnivorous. It's true.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I never really understood that, but I always thought that was kind of cool that marmosets have that
Mhm.
dairy diet,
Mhm.
and they're cute as a button.
Mhm.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Tell us about the pygmies.
Dude, pygmy marmosets are like, all right, let's see, about that big. They're teeny. They're teeny, teeny, tiny, but they're awful. They're awful pets. They are horrible pets. I remember watching a video, it was probably like 30 minutes long, about why you should never have a pygmy marmoset as a pet. And
Mhm.
it was like a rehabber, and she had a pygmy marmoset in her home that was someone's pet. And holy cow. All right,
Mhm.
because they are monkeys, they have great digital flexion. So they can do all kinds of crazy stuff with their hands, and they're clever as all get out.
Hmm.
So you can't contain them. And because you can't contain them, they like destroy your house. And because they can, and they're monkeys and they think it's fun and funny. So yeah, marmosets are like, ugh. I I love them. I want to pet one. It would probably bite me. I would do it anyway.
I
Uh,
would hug polar bear simply
yeah,
because there's nothing else to do. So I would just hug them.
yeah. I will hug you as you eat my face.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, I know I'm screwed. So
It's over.
going out with a hug, and I'll scream in a minute. But for now, I'm just gonna hug you.
For those of you who don't know, we had it was a whole thing. It's just
Yeah.
a whole thing.
That was the
I would
polar
still
bear.
hug a polar bear. I would still,
Yeah.
even now.
Yeah. So I would too. I'm fairly convinced that's when my final time that I die.
That's how we'll go.
I,
By
I,
hugging something we shouldn't have.
yeah, it'll be petting or something. You hugging an animal that
Yeah.
you just no, don't touch. Why did you touch that? It was
Yeah.
so cute.
It was
And
cute. Yeah.
like a platypus is like, come to find they're venomous. Don't pet the platypus.
I will not pet buffalo.
Yeah, don't see now.
I'll put my foot down.
I'm not
Nor
going
do I want to pet a crocodile of any kind.
no or an alligator. No,
Right. I'm
no.
good.
I've only got 9 functioning fingers left.
Fair. That's fair.
I
Yeah.
want to keep what I got, and but yeah, and one arm is like sketchy attached.
Mhm.
So, um,
By the time it's all said and done, we're just going to be all gimped out, trying to find a pillow to lay on.
pretty much. But I got you dead here. Totally worth it.
Oh my God.
You know that would happen.
Yeah, we'll have chlamydia from koala bears. We'll have all the things. Be like, well, whatever. There's a whole series in one of my seminars that we talk about if you let dogs kiss you. I'm like, I don't care. My whole face could rot off. I'm not stopping. I love them.
I have one too in my salon sanitation.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
Zoonotic diseases you can get by having a dog lick your face.
It's true.
Do I let dogs lick my face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
At the class, I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
No, I don't care.
yeah.
I have
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Obviously, it's rare that it does happen, or more
Right.
people would know about it, and it would come with the label
Yeah.
when you get a puppy or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
there'd be
rare.
a little tag that says, seller cannot cut off this tag.
Right.
It would be on there.
That's
On there.
right.
It'd just be sticking out of their butt,
Right. Obviously, because they ate it.
Yes. Or with everything else. Yes. Yes. Exactly. See, you understand me on a deep and visceral level. You
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
I do.
Because that's
I do.
exactly what I was thinking. Because
They just let that tag hang there like that. It's going to be all chewed off.
all frayed and whatnot. So yeah.
So, anywho, to recap, don't be afraid to have a chuckle with your buddy. Check up on your friends. Have the nerve to ask someone to check up on you. It's important. It's important because it's so easy to lose sight of the connection with the world, especially nowadays. You can disassociate so easily. Believe it. And sit in your house for a month and a half, and then you wake up and it's a whole nother season, and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" Like, oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
So absolutely check up on your people, check up on your people, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. There are lots of people who are willing to listen if you are just willing to call. So
Let me know. I'm here. I got 8 minutes. I got lots of them. I don't sleep very much. Like 3-4 hours a night, which
Mhm.
means I have lots and lots of
She
extra.
has more than the regular amount of 8 minutes.
I got like a whole pile of them.
Mhm.
I got some in the closet,
Mhm,
got
mhm.
stacks of them, lots of 8 minutes.
8
So
minutes.
I'm willing to share.
Yeah,
I'll share my 8 minutes with you. I get lots. So,
well,
all
that
right.
sounds amazing.
Have a good night.